Alright, what's good, everybody? So now we're going to be doing something a little different from the usual affair. Let me go check my audio briefly. Can I be heard? Yep, great latency too, so let's get started. With Grandia 2. Hey, they didn't change the company intro. The pacing is a little different, I think, though. So Grandia 2 came out in 2000 on the Sega Dreamcast. In order to get the platinum, you're gonna have to do it in hard mode, which has been recently, I say recently, it's been added since 2019, 2015. It wasn't really a product of the Sega and PS2 era, more like the modern PC releases after the 2000s. This was also on PC in the 2000s, early 2000s, but just back when PC gaming was a little spotty. Ugh, you can see this is kind of rough. Like, look at how compressed it looks. But yes, this is a birthday stream, so I have a little Q&A set up. You guys can ask me anything. Just like last year when I hosted one of these. Okay, let's interpret all of this. Almost looks like a Warring States subplot. That might be what we're dealing with right here. It's kind of hard to interpret 4 pixels. Every ultimate attack in Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. It brought back the classic melody for a little bit. I like that. Oh, the loading screen text looks clean, at least. But yeah, this is one of those early 6th gen JRPGs. Before the PlayStation 2 really developed its strong identity. Back when like a great 6th gen looking game would be like Shenmue, not Final Fantasy X, and MGS2. That's what it feels like in my neighborhood when people are drag racing. Damn near killing the high school kids, just trying to get back to their crib.
Don't let me down, Sky.
So, Ryuja right here is voiced by Cam Clark. The same voice as Krellian from Xenogears, which is a game I would love to play one of these days.
Sky, Sky, over here!
Ryudo, I cannot take much more of this.
Quit your belly aching and fly,
The way
damn
he
it.
said Ryudo's name was kind of funny. Ryudo.
I finished the job, didn't I?
Yes, in your own crude fashion. Here, take your money.
Father, don't be rude. I'm so sorry.
Don't bother, I'm used to it.
I won't have you speaking to his kind. Come, we're leaving.
So at first I thought this was like Ryudo being like some sort of other race, but they just really don't like mercenaries in this world.
I cannot stand him. What a pompous fool.
It's work, not a barrel of laughs.
Well, well, you're growing up, Ryudo.
Ugh, if it weren't for work, I'd have nothing to do with that guy. But business is business.
She was a fine-looking girl, though.
I don't care for her or the kindness of strangers.
So Ryudo has a very sarcastic, sassy personality, and that kind of got flanderized up for the English localization. One of the main criticisms I see of this game recently is that Ryudo is
Looks like we
pretty
have another
sexist. But really, he just throws shade at a lot of people. Yes, he has like special things to say about women, unfortunately.
Hey, not already. I'm still sore from that fall. No thanks to you. Ouch! Okay, okay.
Even for a guy like me, you look at my old
Sky,
tweets,
already.
it's like, okay, chill.
It's good to have work, right? It says the Church of Granis wants to hire you as a bodyguard. So, working for Granis, huh? Now I really don't want to do it.
A job's a job.
See, like, he has issues with the
guess you're right.
church, he has
That's what it
issues
means to
with
be a
old dudes that
geohound.
have any kind of sass for him. He don't give a fuck, man. I feel like the game is telling me, hey, yo, you don't have control of all of this shit. Trying to get my bearings on everything. So let's see, what do you have for items? A wound salve, medicinal herbs, yummies, elixir, poison antidote. I kind of like how this game controls already, and you can actually rotate the camera. So this game has a tendency to crash, so you gotta be mindful of that, but hopefully it's not as bad as it was back in like 2016. When this got like an HD port on Steam. Let's see what you got in terms of your bag. You got a 10-second slash. Apparently the progression system is slightly different in this game. I gotta be mindful that I'm playing on hard mode, so this is a little bit of a different beast.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
Yeah, the same combat system as Grandia 1 is available here. It's just expanded on so that you can kind of stomach enemies even better than you could last time. This is still the same kind of like linear JRPG.
If you want to beat me.
It's very laggy, I'll be honest, but you know, I kind of dig it. Wound salve, hand grenade, and Yomi's elixir. So I gotta be very precise with what it is that I have on me. Honestly, I kind of like Ryudo as a character. Initially, I was like, he can be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I felt that same way about Haseo, and so I played the game at my own pacing, and I was like, oh man, you know what? I feel it. I tend to get along with more assholey characters when I'm playing the game rather than when I'm watching a Let's Play, because it's like, I could kind of feel the frustration if I'm going for a dungeon or dealing with other people's BS. So the text is pixelated, surprisingly enough. Oh, I didn't even realize her name was Elena. It's been such a while since I've played... I've never played this game, but I watched a Let's Play from Lady Gilwin. Back when she was Lady Gilwin. I used to like her and Uniku-chan's YouTube channel. I subscribed to Uniku-chan back in like early 2010 when I had like a sick day. Chronic migraines and stuff like that. It was like a kid's sick day, but I had it when I was like 14 in high school, which I'm usually Mr. Perfect attendance. I kind of like when directions are that simple. You know, my spatial awareness is not the best, and you guys can tell from watching me go through these games and run in circles often while I'm rambling about irrelevant things. I like that. This game kind of reminds me of Okage's Shadow King, except it's probably nowhere nearly as minimalistic as Okage. Carbo, okay. Falx, Shamshir. I'm glad it has the politically correct name so that no one is trying to come at this. Okay. I like how interactive the 3D environments are. Honestly, I think Grandia 3 is when the series starts to really become a beauty. I love that sarcasm. Yo, kids do say like the darndest things. Oh, you can knock the furniture. I like that. I feel like on social media, posts like that would get a lot of love, but these days, we tend to entertain trash a lot more. Okay, so he really don't want to retire. I guess this is gonna be like the last Grandia where Treasure was kind of I remember this. This also reminds me of Dot Hack, you know, the hidden, forbidden, holy ground or whatever.
That I needed more practice.
What's the matter? Is that all?
Who said that?
Don't mind me. Continue.
Were you listening to my singing?
Come on, if you're that tense, you won't be able to perform at all.
Who are you? I haven't seen you around. What are
I
you
love
doing
that expression
here?
on Elena.
Oh, now, what am I doing here? You're the one who hired me.
I hired you? I do not remember anything of the sort. You look awfully suspicious. Leave right now, or I'll scream.
Are you for real? Oh, wait a sec. I bet no one told you.
Elena, is something the matter?
He looks like a 50s cartoon character from like a comic book.
Ah, you must be the Geohound, yes?
Like how Clark Kent would look back in the days of segregation.
Geohound?
Hey, I'm Ryudo. This here's Sky. Quite a warm welcome for someone you're hiring.
What? Why are you being so rude?
Elena, please excuse her. Allow me to apologize on her behalf. Elena, you must get ready to leave.
Yes, Father. I'm very sorry for interfering. Please excuse me.
Excuses in women are equally tiring.
This is not the place. May I ask you to wait at the inn? I shall be along shortly.
So yeah, there's a little bit of friction with Ryudo. It's interesting because this isn't... You would think this would be like a part of his character arc where he would kind of develop out of his personality, but I think because of the localization being so creatively loose with how he behaves, just turning up his sarcasm to a flanderized extent, his development as a character is actually pretty good. It's just his assholeish nature kind of retains, or at least it's not really sufficiently challenged. Like, people say, oh, well, you know what, that shitty personality you have is a front, but that's kind of how far it goes. Honestly, I kind of agree with Carius here. Even though I like the sarcasm that Ryudo has, it's like... But it's... you can't be too much of one thing.
So the thing with Chanel bags, like, I don't get like two.
Her fussiness. I love that line. Kind of like that she has a little bit of a bite back, though. I remember her being more of a goody two-shoes, but her having a little bit of sass too is kind of fun. Her name being Elena makes me think of Elena from Final Fantasy VII, the Turk. Oof, this conversation is getting kind of stupid. So, we gotta go to Black Forest 1, if I recall. Don't know if I'm going for... Hey, there's some treasure, so that's probably a good hint that I'm going where I need to. This is a linear game, so... Just like the first Grandia. Let's see how critical works. Apparently it's better than... Oh, it's good at getting cancelled off. I don't like how the sword sound effect can sometimes sound like he's slapping him with a dull end. Love the battle theme though.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
Oh, that one wasn't laggy, great. Okay, let's take a look. Oh damn. I got movement mod. So now I'm not very tactical. I'm just kind of playing this like a regular JRPG, but I'm sure that's going to change when I'm against the boss and I have to really pull out everything in my bag.
If you want to beat me.
Let's see if I can still do the same navigation tricks. Like, let me go back to Carbo Village and... Yeah, so geohounds are really looked down on, not just by people of the church, but even regular guys. I guess they're kind of looked at as these killer mercenaries, kind of like the Spriggans in the Kiseki series. Well, you should trust your instincts. I remember watching like Brian Chambers / Alloy 7 kind of go through this game, and he just kind of went off about how he doesn't like these tropey JRPG narratives. And that he really just plays these games to grind and get overpowered and build his character, which,
If you want to beat me.
in all honesty, that's
practice if you want to beat me. Practice if you want to beat me. Practice if you want to beat me.
Okay. So I said, you know, Grandia would probably be a better game for him because you can just kind of grind up magic to your leisure. Well, enjoy the progression system of that game, which I thought towards the end they got a little much, but whatever. I think it'd be a better fit than this more story-driven, melodramatic take on the Grandia formula. Okay, we got a little bit of a cancel going, but
Tensei can slash!
so laggy.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
It's like a debuff. Oh no.
Tensei can slash!
Hold on, let me mute this.
You better practice if you want to beat me. Tensei can slash!
So move priority is important because you can just stop everything before your cutscenes.
Practice if you want to beat me. were no real challenge.
Nice to see him with a more upbeat expression on his face. Let me take a look at... I still have a little bit of controller drift going on. So I don't think you have like the equipped items thing anymore, it's all generalized. Yeah, they really improved on the user interface, although I kind of prefer when things are linear, but then again, if I recall, Grandia 1 had like side-by-side menus, which I don't like. I prefer when it's vertical as opposed to horizontal. Okay, these guys, so...
Tensei can slash!
Almost had it. Gotta dodge that way, that's great. Yeah, I kind of like the pathfinding in this game more. Yeah, I'm probably better off if I just use a critical as opposed to a combo in order to get a better cancel. Maybe get him quick mute.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
Okay. It's too bad she died, even though she said a lot of crap about us, because, you know, she was just looking out for Elena, as discriminatory as she was to the Udo, because he's a geohound. I'm trying to save on my attrition here. There's a window, I'm sure you can just smash through the stained glass. Exactly. Gliding off the scene of disaster just like Final Fantasy VII. I'm digging it. Darkness. It's interesting, like, clearly the composer is the same from the first Grandia, but conventions and songwriting at the time have changed, so stylistically it's very similar, but you can see it evolve just a little bit. Songstress. It reminds me of Final Fantasy X-2 with the songstresses. Oh, great. So now she has survivor's guilt. You know, I kind of like the fact that she doesn't really like this guy in the beginning. He's been killing critters and monsters. Like, it's a carbo and oh, I didn't speak to that other dude. Yeah, I really don't like when people kind of get up on your shit when you're clearly like overstimulated. You've just been through some shit. It's socially unintelligent stuff to do, but people do it anyway because they kind of go their whole life not knowing any better. Well, there's a reason that you brought the Geohound to have us protect her. She must be special. I take it. So, I guess the good deity, according to this religion, is Granos, and Valmar is the bad one. That reminds me, Valamar. Where does that name resonate with me? I'm gonna look it up right now. Oh, okay. I see Valamar from the Kiseki games. That's the Divine Knight that Reen uses. So this is kind of like a Gnostic religion. I do like how Gnostic, the religiosity has like shifted in fiction, where it turns into like a good versus evil narrative. It makes for like some interesting stories, even though it seems cliched when it seems normal to you, but when you realize how anachronistic it is, it's actually kind of cool. That sucks, man. I like how Karius is this grown man, so he knows how to speak Ryudo's angsty language. Probably God. But you see, like, that's the type of stuff that comes out of Ryudo's mouth.
This feels so good. I feel so free, so filled with power. Oh, I feel excellent.
What? That girl did this?
What have you done? You foul Dark One! Leave at once!
He did Biden blast.
What do you think you're doing, huh? What do you mean by
I remember when Olu mentioned that
She has
when
a
he was
fair
playing
hand with
Xenosaga
magic.
3 and Kevin Winnicott used that same move.
And other fair parts besides. Tell me, do I look like a dark one to you? I mean, really?
Ryudo, beware! Evil takes forms far from foul.
Are you really one of the Dark Ones?
Huh? Ooh, just the sight of this place disgusts me. This filthy statue, this church, and the scum who live here, too.
Careful, Ryudo. She's dangerous.
The church! Oh, what have you done?
Now I feel better. What's the big deal? It's just a rickety old church. Now, how about I obliterate this town for you?
Hey!
Is this like a Grandia 1 track?
Are you out of your mind? Or are you just as sick and twisted as you look?
You're terrible. What an awful thing to say. I thought you... Well, this will tame your tongue.
So she's got a lot of health on her. See, Tenseiken Slash so far is just really slow.
Tenseiken Slash!
Get cancelled, dork. Oh, debuff. I kind of like this. This feels more like a brawl compared to other scripted events. There were a couple of fights I remember in like Mega Man X2 that had the same sort of vibe.
Damn it! Such intense power!
Well, it's like you weren't really jobbing, you were just kind of snuffing each other for a bit.
Don't toy with me!
There's gonna be one of those fights in Breath of Fire 4.
My name is Millennia. Next time we meet, I'll make you mine.
There was a similar fight in Naruto versus Tsunade.
She can fight! For a girl. Father, I'll take you up on your offer. I want to find out for myself just exactly what is going on.
Okay, well, Art of a Trade. But yeah, he just let the cat out the bag not too long ago, that this millennial lady caught his interest. He probably sees the T. So yeah, my homie Fundaga streamed this game like a couple years ago, so... That and Grandia Extreme, but I don't think he did Grandia 1. It's interesting to think about, but if I played this game through from beginning to end, I'd effectively have my PhD in Grandia, which is not that impressive considering the fact that it's a trilogy as an anthology. All she said is, don't accuse me of being, a burden, that's all. He's out here like, oh, brother. Oh, brother yourself, man. Again, I like Ryudo, but it's you can't be like an asshole and then like act surprised that people treat you like an asshole. Like, he's very understanding that people treat him like shit because he's a geohound. And those people are looked down on. I don't like this UI. I think it would have been better if they just had like a vertical system, but I think they're just allergic to that for whatever reason. They either want horizontal or all of this nonsense right here. Yeah, just think of it as a broken window paradox. Although if you don't have people that have the talent to match it and, you know, renovate it, then that could be a problem. So, Enor Mountains 2, we can't go up there anymore. Let me go look at my handy dandy walkthrough to see if there's any missables that I've missed. The missable trophy list is actually comparatively short compared to the first Grandia. Okay, grill. So far I don't have to think about all of that, so that's good. The sound effects here remind me of the later Kisekis. Yeah, this game reminds me so much of Okage Shadow King. I feel like Okage, people kind of look at it as a distinctively minimalist game, but if it was on the Dreamcast, it would be right at home. Although I think it has like some first party Sony privilege. But yeah, Okage compared to Final Fantasy X, not very flattering as like a ROM-based game, but when you compare Okage to like Grandia 2, Skies of Arcadia, you know, it might be in good company. See, criticals are so good. They were useless in the first Grandia, but here they're like difference makers.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
A lot of people say that Ryudo right here is more of like a wannabe Cloud Strife, like rude protagonist, and I could kind of see that. Like, Grandia 1 came out as like this Final Fantasy killer that was trying to do its own thing in terms of, you know, Justin being the sort of trickster protagonist, you know, a little rascal of a kid, but I think Final Fantasy VII was also trying to do its own thing too, and this one is trying to follow in Final Fantasy VII's footsteps, or 8, where you got a bit of a spicy protagonist. Like, realistically, someone like Justin's gonna get the taste slapped out of his mouth because he's a little kid and he's just being a little badass, loud as hell, obnoxious, but I think someone like Justin is much less likely to get slapped these days compared to the Yudo who's speaking like a disciple of Andrew Tate or some shit like that. I share a lot of his sentiments on like things too, so it's not like, oh man, I'm seeing this guy completely wrong. It's just how he goes about saying what he says. So I'm not really fighting efficiently, but
if you want to beat me.
Oh, I saw that it was a nut, but for a second I thought, did we whoop this dude's ass and a rotisserie chicken came out? I guess that's kind of nice. I mean, you can get those with food stamps now. 50 grand. 50 gold, actually. So, this game has a trophy where we have to cumulatively make 250k, not just in total. I have to. I'm not cumulatively. Actually, we straight up need to have that much money or more in our inventory. Ugh, you're not that good, man. What was that? Let's use a 10 stake and slash.
Say can slash.
Gotta work even harder.
She sounds like a little girl. So I kind of like that Yudo starts off at a much higher level than Justin did. He's not just a dude who's never picked up a sword before. He is a seasoned warrior. Like, don't get it twisted. Justin is a prodigy. He was able to go toe-to-toe with Garlisle Force members at a young age, but prodigy or not, he started off playing in the city with his buddies. See what you got.
Here goes my impact bomb.
I like that. She tosses out like a baseball player. Yeah, it's like he's punching them with the sword. I don't like that sound. I like that because he has a little bit of a pullback before you attack, so you can set up your attack pretty well. And in all honesty, exploration is kind of fun in this. Okay, so they can go for your back row guys because they have that element of verticality. Ugh, that pathfinding was really bad. You could have like gone in. Oh, I got finesse right there.
Gotta work even harder.
Kind of like when a JRPG starts a character off at, you know, a slightly higher level than a 1, just to let us know, hey, this guy fought before.
If you want to beat me.
So Ainur Mountains too, and then if I go this way, a little bit of money. So 2005. So I have like less than 1% of the money I need for trophy, but I shouldn't really think too intensely about trophy chasing at the moment. I should just kind of get a feel for what this game is like. So I kind of miss those campfire scenes in Grandia. That's the thing, when you're as rude as you are to Yuta, people kind of assume you're flirting with them. I like how that eagle can... He's always clocking Ryudo's chi. Everyone else is just getting the worst of him. Don't tell me this motherfucker found love and shit. Was she awake for that? She's probably gonna feel mad bad for him. He's just like a dude with no charisma. That's the worst when woman figures out that you like her. Now she's feeling herself. Well, even if it isn't just, you know, romantic feelings, the fact that he was, you know, deeply disturbed by what he saw. Like, I remember the first couple times I played through the game, yeah, that scene of everyone dying from the botched sealing ceremony, especially Elena's friend, Tisa, it is disturbing. It's presented as being really disturbing. You know, I'm kind of chilled as hell right now, so that's why I'm not as disturbed. And you know, I've played these games before. I know that's not a joke, that's more of a reference, but it's the truth. Oh, this is for the compass. Okay, so they're trying to add quality of life to this game, I see. Why do my hands smell like cheese? Not like normal cheese, but like American cheese. With like butter and oil. But you see, you already get a little bit of character development with Ryuda. This other girl, Elena. Again, in the Grandia game, like the early game is gonna be a little bland, the combat system, so you really just have the ATB, and that's it. I still remember the days when they would like diss the plot of the gameplay and plot of like Final Fantasy X. Say, oh, it's too similar to Grandia, and then
Gotta work even harder.
with Grandia, it's like, oh, this is like a shittier version of Final Fantasy X. 1 and 2, man. Let's take a look at this.
Tensei can slash!
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like I'm in 2016 again, like I'm playing Grandia, watching Dragon Ball Super, because Dragon Ball Super is about to get its remake, adapting like the older Super arcs. I'm a lot more forgiving for Dragon Ball Super if it's closer to its manga adaptation, which I think Goku vs. Hit is much better in the manga than it is in the anime. Oh, Justin's hat. Like, yeah, I thought that Ultra Instinct Kaioken, not Ultra Instinct Kaioken, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken kind of made sense because it's like God Keys condensed, so Kaioken would probably be like safer to use in that context, but it's like seeing Goku kind of figure out how to fight Hit and adapt from watching the Vegeta one and make Hit look like a biatch, that was cooler. Like, Hit looked puzzled back then, whereas in the anime continuity, he looked like he was probably gonna win. I feel like they made Goku into like a total jobber. Okay, let's see what they got here. Yummy's Elixir, Crystal Brooch. I'm just collecting items. There's not as much inventory micromanagement so far. I gotta remember I'm playing hard mode. So far, it doesn't seem hard, it just seems like I gotta take longer to do these fights, which I'm not a fan, but whatever.
Here goes my impact bomb.
She sounds like an abridged series version of Taya. Okay, good, you hit. Some guardian you are.
Whoa, that was a close one.
Okay, I didn't even notice that little rope over there. I forgot how to get to the beginning of this. Oh, okay, yeah. I see. But I just gotta get to a save point so that I can recover my health. Admittedly, I am playing this in a very frugal manner. Yeah, this just sounds like you're at a mall with your friends in a Japanese anime type music. Like, I like how contemporary the OST is in Grandia. Let's go with
goes my impact bomb.
I love that. Okay. Good roll.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
$50G. Yeah, early on in Grandia, they're stingy with the money. Once you start getting 100 a pop, 1,000 a pop, I mean, from fights, that's when you're kind of in good standing. Let me see how much bread I got on me now. I didn't really get that much. But then again, I think this game expected me to shop a little to get better weapons, in addition to the fact that this game was never balanced with multiple difficulty options in mind. They're really starting us off with these like poisonous enemies, like spiders and snakes and shit. Movement is a little down, but
You better practice if you want to beat me.
kind of like interacting with things in this game compared to Grandia 1, where it would slow things to a crawl as you had to zoom in for no reason. One thing I like about Grandia is that all the games kind of use a revolving party member system. So you gotta understand that a lot of the dudes you have with you, besides the main protagonist, they're just kind of along for a short time. Like, Final Fantasy II was like that with, you know, your fourth party members and shit, but 4 was like that for a lot of party members, actually. I really don't like that. Weave that shit. Why does the game have to lag that hard? I was damn near expecting the snake to pull up and say, "You got knocked the fuck out." How slow that shit was getting. Fuck, man. Okay, okay, so I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to a gear town. Oh, that looks like that one overworld in Okage that housed like a dungeon. And one place is a boss in another one. So let's just kind of make our way through here. I know I'm taking a couple deaths now, but that's just because I'm being frugal. I'm not really using my items or any of that stuff. I still don't know how the progression system works in this game.
Tensei can slash!
I like that.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
You know, he kind of has the Sephiroth victory pose, except he kind of impales the ground afterwards. Don't know what that achieves, but okay.
Tensei can slash!
Tensekin Slash looks like he's trying to do a Getsuga Tensho, but with his sword held low instead of overhead.
We shall be safe ahead.
Okay, so we just walk under it and kind of clear the way.
Here goes my impact bomb.
I could always just spam.
Tensei can slash!
What type of pathfinding was that?
Gotta work even harder.
In all honesty, the first Grandia's difficulty was perfect just as is, and this one is probably on the same boat. Now that it's on hard mode. I see there are moments in Grandia where I was frustrated with the game, but part of the reason why I have a lot of respect for the hard moments in Grandia was because I just had to like be prepared for the fight and adapt, sometimes in ways I feel counterintuitive, but still I figured it out. It's a kid's game, so it's not meant to be like rocket science. But it's the same with Nocturne. They give you all the tools you need to figure out what to do. So, everyone's close to leveling up. Okay, want to play for a little bit. First off, let me see how many trophies there are in this one. So I got 3 trophies. There's one less than Grandia 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of these grindy trophies are just... I gotta dedicate like an afternoon sometimes to just doing some bullshit. But that's whatever. The premise of the story also kind of reminds me of Dragon Quest XI, of Dragon Quest XI. Boy, do I love that game. It's the only reason I have a passing interest in Dragon Quest XII. Is because, man, it's following up Dragon Quest XI.
I beg you again.
They stole his chain. He's gonna cry in the
When
car.
I say no, I mean no. You're born with so much luck, kid. Personally, I'm saving mine for retirement.
Yeah, retirement. What the boss says is right.
They got some Spanish-ass names. Risotto,
That's right.
Gonzalez,
Bravery's not the
Paella.
same as bravado, right, Gonzola? Push your
Gonzola.
luck, you'll lose it all.
I've never had Gonzola
It's
before.
just like Paella says.
Carpaccio, that's Italian, though.
We just ain't cut out for these high-stakes gambles.
Please help me. I beg of you. It's precious to me.
You just don't understand how the world works. It ain't our job to be fighting in the first place. If you want some monsters slain, boy, why don't you go ask the Geo-Hound over there? Geo-Hound? Never heard of him.
Please, a monster has stolen my precious medal. It was a memento of my mother. Will you help me get it back, please?
Side quest
I can
ass
pay you whatever you ask.
storyline.
Sorry, I cannot spare the time. I'm already in the middle of one job.
It's
Ryudo,
Grandia.
I think we should try.
Aren't we in a hurry to get you to the cathedral? Sorry, kid, but you'd better give up on your medal.
Do I have to? Oh, I guess so.
Look at him sulking. Man, they got you eating carbohydrates, no protein, no meat, no saturated fats. Oh, it has like some alcohol content. Oh, you feel she's competing with you, man? That would make the room a mess, and you would have to pay for that shit. How is he able to stay up if he's not flapping his wings? You Cosby ass lady. Like how he dropped a little but went right back to flight speed. So, that guy actually has some sense in him, the muscle-bound dude. Okay. She talks about men the way unemployed people talk about jobs. Spelling it out like it's too taboo to say just like that. Well, we better keep an eye out on the boy in case Millennia gets some weird ideas with her freaky ass. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get my sign off right here. I got a little bit of decent progress. This game is not as long as the first Grandia, so no, I took my time with that one. If you saw, a lot of my VODs had an average of just 2 hours. That's probably not going to be that different for this one because the pacing is also really tight. Although it's full of plot twists, so it sometimes feels like it's dragging because it wants to feel epic. But yeah, our homegirl is cursed, and we gotta, you know, we gotta take her to the church. You know, just like something you do in Dragon Quest games all the time when you get cursed there, you gotta do it here as like a big driving force of the first act of the story. But anyways, it's been your boy, Mr. Wonka7. Thank you guys for watching, and suck my dick.